Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling hair loss. And it's way more than just how it looks, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's a clinical sign, really. Reflects some pretty complex biology going on.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a stack of clinical reviews, biological deep dives, and our mission today is kind of distill that down.
He did the core biology.
Yeah, find the real reasons for thinning, the mechanisms, give you that shortcut to being properly informed. Okay, let's unpack this.
Sounds good. So to really get hair loss, you first have to appreciate the hair follicle. It's amazing, actually. A complex mini organ right there in your skin.
Like a tiny factory.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
A sophisticated little factory running on this pre-programmed cycle.
Right, and that's where it gets really interesting for me, because it's not just like growing constantly. It's got phases, 4 distinct phases. Really.
Exactly. You've got anagen, that's the active growth part. Then catagen, which is a short regression phase. Then telogen, that's the resting phase. And finally exogen, where the hair is actually shed, actively pushed out.
Shedding isn't just falling out, it's an active part of the cycle.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And what's fascinating is how long that anagen phase lasts. It's genetic.
Ah, right.
So for your scalp hair, it could be, 2 to 8 years. That's where you can grow long hair. But look at your eyebrows. Their anagen is maybe 4 months.
Which is why they don't turn into, well, mustaches on your forehead.
Exactly. They stay short.
Yeah.
And disrupting this whole cycle, that's the fundamental cause of, well, pretty much all hair loss.
Okay, that cycle framework is super helpful. So let's look at the big one, androgenetic alopecia. Male or female pattern hair loss. Now, lots of people think, oh, I must have too many male hormones, but that's not quite it, is it?
No, that's a really common misconception. It's not about having too many androgens overall. It's about a localized heightened sensitivity.
Sensitivity of specific follicles.
Exactly. To normal levels of androgens, especially one called dihydrotestosterone, or DHT.
DHT.
Yeah, and DHT comes from testosterone. There's an enzyme, 5-alpha reductase, that converts it. If you're genetically prone to hair loss, the follicles in those typical pattern areas like the crown or temples, they just have more of that enzyme.
Yeah.
And they also have hypersensitive androgen receptors.
So the same hormone signal acts differently depending on the follicle.
It's a paradox, isn't it?
Yeah.
The same androgens that, grow a thick beard can, at the same time, shrink scalp hair follicles in people who are susceptible.
Wow. So what does that actually do to the hair? What's the result of that sensitivity?
It leads to something called follicular miniaturization. Basically, the growth phase, the anagen phase, gets shorter and shorter with each cycle.
Okay.
So those nice, thick, pigmented hairs, terminal hairs, they gradually get replaced by fine, short, almost invisible hairs, like peach fuzz, really, vellus hairs.
But the follicle isn't dead.
Crucially, no. It's suppressed, it's miniaturized, but it's often not dead.
Right.
That's why some treatments can work. They can sometimes reactivate those follicles.
Got it. So genetics plays a huge role there with sensitivity, but other things can throw this cycle off too, right? Like big hormonal shifts.
Oh, absolutely. Big time. Think about postpartum alopecia after having a baby.
Yeah, lots of women experience that.
Right. So during pregnancy, you have high estrogen levels. That actually prolongs the anagen phase, the growth phase.
Yeah.
Hair feels thicker, filler.
Okay.
But then after childbirth, estrogen levels just plummet. And that triggers this massive synchronized shift of hairs into the resting phase, telogen.
Ah, so they all decide to rest at once.
Pretty much. And then you notice the shedding, the exogen phase, about 2 to 5 months later, it's delayed.
And what about menopause? Is it similar?
Similar mechanism, yeah, but often more chronic. Estrogen declines, which can shorten the growth phase. And the relative influence of androgens might increase a bit.
So it can unmask or speed up that pattern hair loss we talked about.
Exactly. It can accelerate the underlying androgenetic alopecia.
Okay. Hormones are a big one. What about nutrition? Or even just how we style our hair?
Both critical, yeah.
Yeah.
Nutritional deficiencies, things like protein, iron, zinc, if you're seriously lacking, your body kind of goes into triage mode.
Triage, like survival first.
Sort of. It diverts resources away from things it sees as non-essential, and unfortunately, hair growth is often on that list.
Right.
This causes a sudden widespread shedding called telogen effluvium. Hair shifts into the resting phase all over the scalp.
And is there that delay again?
Yes. That's the really important thing to remember here. There's often a 2 to 4 month lag between the trigger, maybe a high fever, intense stress, surgery, or that nutritional deficiency, and when you actually see the hair falling out.
Wow, 2 to 4 months. That makes connecting the cause and effect tricky.
It really does. People are often looking for something that happened yesterday, not 3 months ago.
Okay, and what about the styling? Tight hairstyle.
Right, that's traction alopecia. It's caused by prolonged physical tension. Think really tight braids, ponytails, weaves, extensions. That constant pulling can cause inflammation around the follicle. And this one's unique because, well, it's entirely preventable, isn't it?
If you stop the tension.
Yeah, but if that tension continues for too long, it can actually progress from just inflammation to irreversible scarring. The follicle can be permanently damaged.
So a hairstyle choice could literally lead to permanent hair loss in some areas.
It can, unfortunately.
So listening to all this, it's clear hair thinning isn't just one thing. It's like a collection of different disorders happening.
Precisely. We've really looked at 3 core mechanisms today, haven't we?
Seems like it.
You've got that hormonally driven shrinking, the miniaturization in androgenetic alopecia. Then you've got the reactive synchronized shedding telogen effluvium from things like stress, hormones, nutrition.
The body reacting.
Yeah. And then the third is that direct mechanically induced damage in traction alopecia. Understanding which mechanism is at play is, well, it's paramount. It helps understand what's actually going on.
Absolutely. What an intricate journey through hair biology and all its vulnerabilities.
Really is complex.
Yeah, from our genes and hormones, to what we eat and even how we wear our hair. It's obvious our hair is a really sensitive barometer, isn't it, telling us about our overall health.
Very much so.
So as you listening reflect on this deep dive, maybe consider this. What story is your hair trying to tell you about what might be happening just beneath the surface?